අයිබෝවන් හැමෝටම අද පැවැත්වෙන්නේ සාමාන්‍ය පෙළ ලිටරචර් දේශනය. අද අපිත් එක්ක සම්බන්ධ වෙලා ඉන්නේ මානෙල් සීසා ආචාර්යතුමිය. ඒ වගේම කියන්න ඕනේ අපේ නැනපවුර ෆවුන්ඩේෂන් එකේ නිර්මාතෘ අපේ ප්‍රභාත් නලින්ද සර් ගැන. එතුමාගේ සංකල්පයක් යටතේ තමයි මේ වැඩසටහන් සියල්ලම ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙන්නේ. ඒ වගේම මේ වැඩසටහන් සඳහා සියලුම පාසල්වල ආචාර්ය මණ්ඩලයත් අපිත් එක්ක සහභාගී වෙලා ඉන්නවා. ඒ වගේම කියන්න ඕනේ එතුමා විසින් උසස් පෙළ සියලුම විෂය ධාරාවන් වල සියලුම විෂයන් සඳහා සිංහල, ඉංග්‍රීසි, දමිළ යන මාධ්‍ය තුනෙන්ම දේශන සංවිධානය කර ඇති බවත් මේ වෙලාවේ සතුටින් කියන්න ඕනේ. ඒ වගේම එතුමා විසින් දැයේ දූ දරුවන්ගේ අනාගතය උදෙසා කරන සත්කාරයක් තමයි මේක. ඒ වගේම උසස් පෙළ වගේම අපි සාමාන්‍ය පෙළ මේ වගේම සාමාන්‍ය පෙළ සිසුන් සඳහා දේශන කිරීමට බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම කියන්න ඕනේ දැන් ඔයගලන්ගේ යාළුවන්ට සහ ඔයගලන්ට Zoom ඔස්සේ සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න බැරි නම් ඔයගලන්ට පුළුවන් අපේ YouTube channel එකෙන් live අද දේශනේ බලන්න. live බලන්න බැරි කට්ටියට අද සහභාගී වෙන්න බැරි කට්ටියට පුළුවන් ආයෙ පස්සේ අපේ වීඩියෝ එක බලන්න අපේ නැනපවුර YouTube channel එකට. ඒ වගේම අපේ channel එක subscribe කරන්නත් අමතක කරන්න එපා. එහෙනම් මේ ආදරණීය ඇරයුම අපේ මානෙල් සවිසා ආචාර්යතුමියට. අයිබෝන් මැඩම්.
Ivan, now we are going to start our seminar today. Let's share the screen. Yeah, this is about me. I am Manil Kumari Soisa. Now let's go to next slide. Yeah, we are talking about content, what we are going to talk today. Introduction to literature. Literature is any piece of writing that this is valued as work of art. That means, for example, we can see novel, poems, short stories, plays, and other fictional writings. I want to interact with you also. Before we go to next slide, can you put what are the items you know about literature? You can put the chat box. One thing, when we learn literature, we have to share our ideas. Then can you put your ideas? What do you think? What is literature? That means you can put your ideas to chat box. Then we will be able to share. Because I think all of you are the beginners for literature. Obviously, ආධුනිකයෝ නිසා ලිටරචර් ඉගෙන ගන්නකොට අපි පොඩ්ඩක් දැනගෙන තියෙන්න ඕනේ ඔබේ අදහස මොකක්ද කියලා මේ ලිටරචර් සම්බන්ධයෙන්. අන්නේ හින්දා මම හරි කැමති ඔයාලගේ අයිඩියා එක chat box එකට දානවා නම් විනාඩි 2ක් විතර දෙන්න. Because if we don't know the foundation, if the foundation is okay, we can create the building unless we are in a hell. කිව්වේ අපේ මූලික දේවල් ටික හදාගෙන ගියේ නැත්නම් මේ අපිට ඉදිරියට යන්න අපහසුයි. මොකද මේ අවස්ථාවේ තමයි අපි ලිටරචර් වල ෆවුන්ඩේෂන් එක මූලාරම්භය හදාගන්නේ. ඒ නිසා ඔයාලට දැනෙන විදිය මොකද්ද ලිටරචර් කියන්නේ කියලා චුට්ටක් දාන්න බලන්න chat box එකේ. ඒක ගොඩක් වටිනවා අනිත් අයටත් ෂෙයා කරගන්නකොට. කවුරුත් no one is criticizing you. ආලව විවේචනය කරන කවුරුත් නැහැ. ඒක බොහොම වටිනවා ලිටරචර් කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා ඔයාලට දැනෙන හැඟෙන විදිය දාන්න. එතකොට මට ඔයාලගේ අදහසත් අරගෙන තව ටිකක් මේක විස්තර කරන්න පුළුවන්. chat box එකට දැම්මම ඇති. බය වෙන්න එහෙම එපා. I'm not a devil. I want to share your idea. What is your idea of literature? I think all of you have been started very short within very short time. That's why we have to discuss with you. I think you may don't have any idea. Then I have to explain alone. Okay. Literature is the total of preserved writings belong to a given language or people. That means literature is talking. Okay, literature is an art with universal truth. Yes. What else? Literature is a collection of everything like dance and music. Okay, literature is expressing one's own ideas, expressions, and feelings in a creative manner in the ocean of art. Okay. Okay. Thank you for your responses. Actually, literature is the class or the total of writings of a given country or period is which notable for literary form or expressions as distinguished on the one hand from works mainly of technical or erudite and on the other form journalists of other ephemeral writings. That means literature depicts the social issues of the same era and political situations, economical situations, all the things are in literature. Drama, then in a drama we can see some message. Then in poetry we can see some messages. Then what else? In a short story we can see some messages. Then in a novel it will be long descriptions with more evidence than the other fictions. In literature we are talking about fictional and non-fictional writings. Fictional writings are belongs to novel, others are called as non-fictional. Even a short story also cannot take as a fiction many a times. Then drama has another name. It is called play also. And short story is there. Then poetry also there. I think you may have experience, have writing some poetry as well. If you feel to write something, it's better to write, not to postpone it. Literature is an art replete with artistic embellishments. Okay, very good. Okay, now I think you may know the theme of the day. That means today's theme. That means we are going to talk. What do we going to talk today? I need your exposure also, because I'm also not in a very good condition today, but I want to share with you something. Okay, let's go to next slide, miss. The shorts. No. It calling you to Kiptak. Okay. Now literature. Then you can. I think you have an idea on literature. Now let's go to the next slide. We are talking about short story. Today we are going to talk about short story. It is. What do you think about short story? Here we have discussed a story with a fully developed theme, but significantly shorter and less elaborate than a novel. I think you may have an idea about the short story. Actually, I want to know, do you know or about the short story? How do you feel short story? Please put some your idea to this chat box. There are some things in the short stories. Can you please put your ideas in the chat box again? In Sinhala, we know short story means Keti Katha. Then you may have an idea even in Sinhala short story as well. There are some characters should be there. What are the incidents and what are those things? I think one or two. I hope some answers, because you are the beginners. That's why. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ආධුනික විදිහට ලිටරචර් වලට එනකොට මේ හැමදේම ගැන මොන වගේ අයිඩියා එකක්ද තියෙන කියලා මට දැනගන්නත් ඕනේ, because I also meet you very first time with this session. That's why. Okay, I will give you 1 or 2 minutes. Please share your idea about short story. How you feel the short story. Short story එක ඔයාට දැනෙන විදිය චුට්ටක් chat box එකට දාන්න. බලන්න. Short story also depict the social issues, because through the characters and through the incidents, we can understand what were happened at that time, and they are the evidence for that time. And that means short stories also become a what, social mirror. When we talk about literature and the short story, because short story is the part of the literature, then it is also a mirror. We cannot neglect, because there should be one main character, then others are surrounding with that person. Okay, let's go. If you have any other ideas, you can share to the chat box before we are going to before we are leaving to other slide. Okay, I think only one or two people have an idea. Then let's go to next slide. Next next slide, please. ඊළඟ එකට යන්න. I think all of you have an idea on short story, and there won't be any ideas furthermore. Okay. අපි යමු මිස් ඊළඟ slide එකට. අපි ඊළඟ slide එකට යමු නේද? Okay. Elements of short story. I wanted to make understand about this fact also. What are the elements? Elements means character, then setting, theme, plot, and exposition. Okay, let's go to okay, we will discuss only few very simple manner. Character means you know who is there, person or thing should be there. Especially character means a person or animal or that kind of. Then setting is where was it, theme, what are the issues there, plot, how it is going, and exposition means who are the exposures. That means what is going on there in the situation. Okay, let's go to next slide. Author is very important, because author means the writer of a literary work. He should have more names, writer, fictional, playwright, or like that, any kind of. He's the author, he's the writer, he is the person who creates the literary text here. Actually, he is very important, and he is the person knows what would be the end, what should he send, what is his message to the should pass to the society. That means he knows what is the message that he should pass to the society. Then he could understand what should I message and what should I not to do. That means he knows what is the message that he should pass and what should not to pass to the society. Actually, it is very important fact. Author is the person who can make the world end. The author is the person who destroy the whole world, then the author should be very, very careful because he can change the readers and actors or anyone's mind. Then it, author is very important personality. What do you think about the author? I think it's better if I also want to know what do you think about the author. I will let's go very friendly manner. Even this is a seminar, then we can share our ideas because we are learning literature, and as the beginners, it's better to use your ideas with this chat box. Then we can have your idea, and I can share your ideas also. Then your friends also can find some ideas. Actually, it is very interesting, and we can share our ideas. Actually, in the literature, we can find thing, a very important thing. It is sharing idea. Then we have to argue sometimes. Then argument should be proved by our quotations. Actually, we have to be logical, and we have to be practical as well. If we give a point to wrong way, then we have lost. That means we are defeat. That's why we have to share our ideas. Then you will think why should we share our ideas? That is the reason, because I can feel the author this way. Sometimes you may have an idea, you may have a different idea of the author. That's why sometimes, being a lady, I may have a different idea about the author, but being a boy, being a male, you may have a different idea because I am an adult than you. Then I may have another idea. Then you are as youngest, you may have the other idea. Okay, net mini. Who can create a little? Okay, let's see what's the ideas. It's better. Thank you for sharing. Okay, Pretty, who can create a literary world inside the reader's mind. Okay, author is a social scientist who experiments about nature, society, conflicts, etc. Who looks at the world we see in a creative, deeper manner than ordinary ones. Okay. Okay. It's better if you have another idea as well. Because the given answer is very perfect. Because literature is not to read but to discuss, and we have to be the practical. The author is the owner of a literary text, and yes, let's see what is that idea. The author is the owner of a literary text, and he creatively exposes the hidden truth of society, persons, nature, etc. Author should be an interesting person. Okay. Otherwise, his work will be very boring. Yes. He also should be a good person because he can change the reader's mind. Yes. Yes. The writer of a literary work is the author. Then writer can change all the world. Yes. They can brainwash the reader's mind and actor's mind and fans' minds. That is the situation. Okay, let's go to the next slide. අපි යමු ඊළඟ slide එකට. Okay, the lumber room. This is the topic today. This is our topic today. Lumber room. It is a short story about a child who is too clever for the adults. That means what have you heard about this lumber room? Sometimes you may have done this, sometimes you may haven't done this. Normally, even being a literature students, you have to read this before your teacher is going to discuss with you. When you go to the literature classroom, you have to be filled with the knowledge of the story or any other thing. That means what we have to do is we have to perfectly read and you may have fulfilled with the knowledge. Then you can face the criticisms and reviews and what do you feel. Then you can answer the questions with quotations and supporting your idea, unless you are confusing what is this. Okay, that's why let's have your idea about the lumber room, because we are going to discuss about. It's better before I'm explaining this, I want to know your ideas also. What is the lumber room? When I was reading for the very first time this lumber room, I was interested in what kind of word is this lumber room. How is the place? Where is it? Is it a truth? Normally we may have curiosity about new things. That's why please give your idea about lumber room, a room where all furniture is kept. Okay, what do you think the others? Okay, I can see a chat box also. A room, same thing, a room where old furniture is kept. Okay. Can you tell me what kind of people should have this kind of lumber room? A storeroom where all things are stored. Okay. A storeroom of rich people. Okay, you have reached the answer. Yeah. The lumber room is the place where normally rich people are have hidden their property. Here, this lumber room is the short story. Actually, the theme also, the name of the short story also very symbolic, because it gives us the idea about the short story. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Now we are talking about this, the lumber room, the short story. Who is the author here? Saki. Saki is the writer, but it was his pseudonym. However, that means his name for his writings, but his official name, Hector Hugh Murnau. He was between 1870 to 1916. Then his nationality was British. Other literary works, I will inform you what were the other literary works. The Open Window, I think you may have read. The Storyteller, then Interlopers. They are some of his writings. Normally, this when we talk about this Saki, he wants to give the priority to the children. He wants to make the hero in his writings the children. Children are the heroes. They are the people who create the world, and they may have very good ideas. That's the thing. That's it. Then he wants to, when we talk about Open Window also, he wants to make the heroes, these children, not the others. They think children have normal, wonderful ideas. Sometimes I also can agree with that point, because children have lot of new ideas. When we work with the students, we can find some new ideas. That means when we think this should be here, but the children tells us, no, it's better if we can keep this thing in this manner, then it would be like this. Then you also may have that kind of experiences with your teachers. Actually, we have to give the others also to have some ideas. Okay. I want to know whether what do you know about this Saki? I think you may have read about him. It's better to put some ideas to the chat box before we are going to next slide, because Saki is very important fact for this short story, because he is the author here. Okay, I will give few minutes to give you ideas to this chat box. Then you may have an idea about Saki's writing. So who is Saki and what have he done to the sorry to this short to the literary world, because he is a creator. Creator can create new ideologies, identities, and ideas to the society. Okay, if you know something about Saki, you can put onto the chat box, because we have to make some research, because actually it is very interesting. If we know something, we can write more. Literature is very easy subject which we can prove. We have to make we have to prove our ideas with our quotations. But here I asked not in that kind of thing. I want to know, what do you know about Saki in addition to this? Because if I go to the next slide with the giving more details with myself, it won't be very useful. If you know something, you can share with your friends. It's better. Who is Saki? So how do you feel about Saki? Okay, his father is police officer. He was a British. Okay, yes, he was a British writer. His father is police officer. He was a British writer whose witty and mischievous stories, yes, satirized and society and culture. Yeah, that was the point I wanted to drag from you. Actually, he's a very good criticizer. I invite all of you to read about more articles about this person, because being a very good writer, he is very important for your literary learning. He brought up with his regime of, okay, let's see. He brought up with his regime of strictness and punishment. Yeah, because he because he won't he shows his ideas through his character. I think here Lambarum also he I think he he what he symbolized his character and his ideology through the protagonist. That means, who is the protagonist of the Lambarum? Can you explain here with this chat box? Unless I am reading all the story, then it won't be interesting. Okay, before Nicholas, yes. Nicholas is the boy who is very mischievous person. He was considered as mischievous. Actually, what he says is not really mischievous, because he has very argument. No, he's actually I also can agree with his to the some extent. Okay, let's go to next slide. Miss අපි යන් ඊළඟ slide එකට. Lumber room. Here, lumber room characters. Nicholas is the protagonist. Then aunt is there. They are actually not only Nicholas. I think the aunt also should be a second protagonist or something, because they around them all these incidents are going on, because they are the main characters, and there are some conflicts between Nicholas and the aunt. Actually, they are symbolizers the younger generation and the aunt is antagonist. Okay. The aunt, actually, the aunt is very, I don't know. She's actually, I also can agree with your answer. Nicholas' brother is there, yes. Then girl cousin is there, Bobby is there, or they are the characters. Then Nicholas depicts the younger generation. The aunt is depicts the adult generation. Actually, she always, this aunt is criticizing the Nicholas, and without any reasonable reason, he is suspecting. She is suspecting. That's the opposite of protagonist antagonist. Yes. Yes. Antagonist is, that's the opposite of the protagonist. Yes. Normally she is the person who create more conflicts against this person, this child. Once he locked, but he is doing wonderful things, and aunt get angry. Then this boy has taken this lady to as a joke, but that is not appreciated. That should not appreciated by us because she is an adult now. However, this boy wants to do it. That is the major thing here. The conflicts between the protagonist and the antagonist is okay. Normally, protagonist should actually this protagonist show the uh, main idea of the writer. That means he wants to prove the children are correct. That's the thing. Okay, let's go to next slide. Themes. Okay, very good topic to talk, and we have some discussions even with this chat box as well. Yes, themes. Adults and children's power here. Yes. That means what? Adults think that we are the power, children think, no, we are the powerful people. But there are some conflicts between adults and children, because it is just like a competition here, conflict. If actually in a short story there should be a conflict, unless that won't be a short story. The short story should have the protagonist, conflicts, uh, conflict of the text. There should be. Those are the things. Actually, they are very, very important to study a short story. Then imagination. Here, what kind of imagination in this short story? Actually, this writer wants to give the idea of positive to the children. Children are the heroes. Adults should care about the children because they may have new ideas and they are the young blood. Then morality and hypocrisy. Okay, Can you explain here before we discuss what kind of imagination you have? Whether positive imagination or negative imagination about this short story. Can you share to this chat box? It's better. Unless I am reading and reading, you are listening and listening. No interaction. Can you explain me what kind of imagination that you have about this short story? Because we are talking about teams now. Okay, let's have what kind of imagination you may have. Please put out to the chat box. My imagination is actually, when we talk about these themes, the Saki wants to pass the idea to the society. Children are the heroes about the generation gap. Yes, the thinking patterns of children and adults. Yes, a positive imagination. It's better to explain that what kind of positive that means to the children or to the adults. However, I have to appreciate your ideas. It's better unless we have no way to convey our ideas. About the generation gap, the thinking patterns of children and adults, a positive imagination, imaginative power of children. Yes, Nicholas is the powerful character here. Then Aunt also the he is also attacking to this person. Yes. Okay. What do you think? Thank you for your answers. Then what do you think about morality and hypocrisy? Let's talk first morality. What do you think about morality here? Then thereafter we will discuss about hypocrisy. Yes. Morality. What kind of morality here? Actually, morality here is very positive. And this child thinks, okay, I can do something. I should not slave to the others. Then, however, actually this boy Nicholas is he's very powerful person. However, yes, we are talking first morality, then let's go to hypocrisy. Adult must give more attention for children. Yes, because they have more ideas. They may have new ideas. Not only that, more new good idea. Then let's talk about hypocrisy. Actually, hypocrisy is with aunt, because she does not like. Uh, yes, unnecessary punishments. Actually, this lady, this aunt is thinking. Actually, she has a very negative attitude towards this small boy, but he won't. Actually, that's why he's given some unnecessary punishment. Unnecessary punishment can cause stubbornness in children. Yes, even in your classroom. I don't know whether there are how many boys here. Not and each and every person. There are some boys in the classroom. Not only boys, there are some girls too. Because when they have more punishments, they reveal their uh, sorrowness and their pains are revealed to the society with some of they are very bad. We cannot say actually bad, but they are harm to the society, no? Then we have to say bad. That kind of children's are the production of this kind of, that kind of means that mischievous and stubborn children are making because of this because of these uh, because of these kind of arts, these kind of adults. They never think, no. They think, this one will destroy my property, uh, like that. Inability of adults to understand children. Yes, normally they don't give the chance to these children. Then uh, then children are going to be stubborn and they think, these people are careless of us. But we have to find our world. That would be more dangerous. Then if they find the world in that manner, we don't know who will be made for that child. There are then we have to be very very careful about the children. Think about your adults sometimes, not only your. Normally, there are some adults. They come to the teachers also. Teacher don't give them any chance to these children chance to have any idea to the children, because they are very mischievous at home also. Give them punishment like that. But personally, I don't like that idea, because students should be and children should be very, they should be free. Then they should answer. Then sometimes they will tell more things with the others, and their ideas would be very good at the others. Then we have to uh, we have to get some ideas. Actually, generation gap is there. Yes, your answer is correct. Generation gap. Yes, that means younger generation and adult generation. Young, each and every word. Actually, this is a universal truth also, because each and every society there are adults. there are younger people. Then there are their ideas are different. Their experiences are very different because these adults have their experiences in that at that time. But these younger generation have some experiences are modern, that means present society. Then they there are some gaps, and then both of them have to understand. Actually, this is the main thing to make. Actually, this generation gap forced to make some arguments with these two parties. Actually, we can see two parties here, no? That's why. Bad conduct boomerang on one who emit them. Yes. That means this aunt is thinking, I have to control this one. Then I should give this one to very good punishment. I will teach him a very good lesson. That is her mind. But he could not read her innocent. This actually sometimes some people will argue with me also. Why do you think this one is very innocent or like? Because children are innocent because innocent means that is a child, no? Then we could understand this is a child. He is not like us. He is find in the world. He is searching the world. But this aunt could not understand. She want to win, however, without thinking about this child. Actually, when the punishment this lady gave very bad. That means this boy never thought about this children's attitude, his mentality. Those facts did not care this aunt. She thinks, oh, why should I obey to this one? This is a child. Why should I uh, think about this one? Who is this? He's my cousin son. Then why should I listen to him? I am the bossy. I am the only person. Then I have to think about myself, and I have to raise my ideas and my vision, not the others' vision, because they are not considered by me. They should not suitable here. This is my actually even in our society also more adults think this is my house, this is my son, this is my child, this is my relation younger than me. Then I have to take my decisions. I should not care of the others' decision. Actually, that is the thing that they are going. Okay. Intelligence and wit don't depend on adults. That means intelligence. Nicholas create minds and the aunt's Mandan's mind. Yes. Normally, this lady think she is thinking, no, this is not suitable for us. What is he doing? that is not suitable for us. We are gentry people. Why should we pay attention for this person? He should understand who was like that. Intelligence and we don't depend on age. Yes. Normally, this younger person has a very younger mind. Then he may have more new ideas, which this lady doesn't have. That means this lady is normally she is a stereotypical person. No? She is thinking only about. She has only limited vision. That means she is thinking each and every time we are this one, that one, like that. Then they are thinking now. This lady is thinking only about her vision. Normally, it should be limited to her house. She sees nothing. No, she wants to show her superior mentality. That's why she never gives this child to the chance to portray his ideas, creativities, and humdrum. Yeah, only these ladies. Actually, this you can understand. Imagine now we are talking with next slides. Normally, this lady is very. She's from very powerful family. That means now this writer is writing this short story in Edwardian period. That means the king of Edward was there in England at that time. Normally, you can understand what is the what kind of stereotypical people are there. Think if you have read the Gireya, that is also this kind of situation. I can remember that Adeline thinks if you haven't read, it's better to find the read. Gireya is Gireya is a short novella. Actually, there are also that who is that Adeline does not like to show anything to what is called Adeline thing, and does not like to agree with Lar's wife Kamini. She is from very poor family, but she is educated more than Adeline. But Adeline is the that mistress there. That means in our society it is called as Hamu, that Walawa people, but she is not. This Kamini is not a Walawa person. Then actually in that there are more issues in that novella. Another more issues there. However, the same thing. That means this Adelaide never let Kamini to do anything. Adelaide is the power. Then that kind of things, because Adelaide is the aunt, Kamini is the son's wife. That means then Adeline is the power. That is also aunt, and that lady. That means she is the younger one. That Kamini. Then who is this? Adeline is the adult person. Then that is a reality in the society, each and every society. Even now also, adults does not give the proper chance to new generation. That is going on. Okay, let's come to this again, to this our uh, generation gap is going on each and everywhere, because that's why this aunt is thinking, okay, I am the powerful person, I am the uh, person who controls here. Then this is my child, this person is younger than us, then we have to that person uh, should be controlled by myself. He cannot give any idea for us. What are them? We should not care of them. That is the thing. Okay, the world of conventions. What kind of conventions are there here? What do you think? Conventions are going on. What do you think about these conventions between this um, aunt and this child? What do you think about conventions here? Actually, we have to give the ideas for newcomers, no? Here, this child represents the new world. But this lady, this aunt, never let. Children's world, adults world, yes. There are two different worlds. There are some boundaries. The aunt thinks that the only way to make children behave well is punishing. Yes, that kind of teachers also there, no? Sometimes that kind of parents also there. They think some of the parents are coming say and say to teachers, Miss, this person is mischief even in at home. Please punish him. We don't mind. That kind of thing. Not to actually here punishment. You have to think about that. Punishment should, okay, I will raise this question. The punishment should be, that means should the punishment be the physical or mental? My vision is, when we give a punishment to a person, not to physical but to mentally, but that should not be a hurting thing. That means that should not hurt. Then you will think punishment should be hurt. No, then how do we give a punishment without hurt? That means the mentally also we have to give a punishment to learn something new in positively. Okay. But this lady does not have that kind of idea. That's why all the conflicts were going on. Children are surprisingly creative and imaginative. Yes. Don't understand the capacity of children. That is the main problem here, because actually sometimes it would be affected of the education level also about this lady. Sometimes at that time also more ladies haven't get more education even in England. Even they are telling more things to other people. Sometimes more males were learning than the ladies at that time. It was there. That's why this art thinks he's the superior. No, I am the superior. This is the child. That's why these arguments are going. There are two worlds in the generation gap is there, and their ideologies also there. Yeah, I so don't understand. Yes, actually, if we are an adult, we have to think how did we do something at our young age. Being a teacher, I should think about you. You are a younger person. How I got some decisions when I was in your age, unless that is not fair. Actually, we have to think, because the child is not a matured person actually. Then he is searching a lot of things. Then he could understand something. Then we have to be careful, and we have to pay attention, and we have to guide them, not to punish. This kind of punishment, actually, this lady is giving up very, very unnecessary punishment. Okay, let's go to next slide. Is අපි ඊළඟ slide එකට යමු. If you have any idea to share with us, we are before we are going to next slide, you can share with us. Then we are talking about the other sides. Before that, please, if you have any ideas, please share before we are going to next slide and next site. I think they may do not have any new idea. Let's go to next slide. Miss අපි යමු ඊළඟ slide එකට. Okay, climax. Yeah, මට පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න පුළුවන්ද උඩ slide එකයි චුට්ටකට. Okay, teams. Okay. අපි හරි යන් ආයි climax එකට මෙයා. හරි. Climax. What do you think about climax here? Climax is the deepest thing. COS, climax of the scene here, incident here. What do you think about climax of the story? There should be a climax in the story. There should be conflict. There should be climax. Then, due to my point of view, Nicholas refuses to help the aunt climb out of the rain water tank, and pretending that he thinks she is the devil trying to trick him. That is the climax. What do you feel about this incident? Sometimes you may have another idea also about this climax. It would be sometimes your idea of the climax would be more different. What do you think? My idea is also sometimes actually, what do you think? I have put you my idea. Sometimes your idea would be different. Climax. Climax means this is the, I think you may know about the climax. Climax means, okay, before this, can we share ideas about climax here? What is climax? Climax is the deepest situation happen between the two parties. That means here we can see aunt and this boy. What kind of climax you want to see? Actually, you can put your ideas to this chat box. Nicholas, I feel Nicholas wants to be individual, and he's thinking, now I have to be individual, and I have to take some decisions. Why should I obey to my aunt? Aunt get the punishment as a result of liar. Yes, that is a very good situation to the whole adult society. Why should they tell in lies? Actually, it's better if you and I want to tell you, now we are talking about this climax here. When you write some answer in literature, because all of you are beginners to literature, when we write something, it's better take down some quotations. Then you can prove your ideas. Unless we can say anything, but we have to prove this is literature. That's why we have to prove our ideas. Then when we go to the examination or term test, we have to get more marks, and that is no. But however, even we have to sit for the examinations. Literature is not to what, not only to learn, but only to be practical. That's why we have to read more, not to the examination, but to our lives. Then we can earn more things, more money. More money means not with the coins or notes. That would be the dowry for your life. That is called, literature is the money, not as a dowry. That means you can gain more things from your literary knowledge. You may have a very good vision and mission to your lives. Now, and you have to think this also. Now you are in age 15 or 16. Then when you grow, you should think about the others. Okay, I also had this kind of period. Sorry. Nicholas rejects to help aunt because the aunt should understand her mistakes. Yeah, because he is very mischief also, no? And he had, see what happened him, because this aunt gave him a very bad punishment. Then it ends what? Only hatred against this aunt. See the way of punishment and what happened to this lady. Here, action is the punishment, reaction is the hatred. Sorry. Okay, what do you think about that? You can put some ideas to this chat box also. Okay, here we have to correct this. How we cannot use when you write. Please care about your grammar also. It should be corrected as this. She has no practical mind to take decisions. Yes, because she thinks only the way that she thinks. Her thinking pattern should be changed. That is the point. Actually, she always she's thinking. Now I am the superior. Others are inferior. That's why. That is the main point. Actually. What else? What do you think about this aunt's mentality and this child mentality? What do you think about psychology aspect about these two minds? Actually, these are the ways that their minds are going on. What do you feel about this child minds and this lady's mind? Actually, I think this ladies, the lady, if she lady has gone uh, out of her home, she may have to be changed, not like this, no, that is there because she is living at home. Okay, and hasn't an imagination, it should be an, and sorry, not and, so really this art has not an imagination, but the Nicholas has a good imagination. Therefore, I think I also should be capital here. Therefore, I think Nicholas is the best. It should be the best. Yes, even he's this your idea is correct because even this boy is very younger person. He is willing to do something, and actually, I think he took this lady as a joke also because that is also that ideology also is there in his mind because each and every time he is, yes, the aunt is narrow minded, yes, yes. That's why he is thinking no, this one, how this one attack me, how this one come to me this way. I will give you a proper punishment. You will learn a very good lesson like that. Her mind is in that manner. Then she is thinking very narrowly. Yes, because she is thinking each and every time very, very negative manner. No? Why this boy is thinking this way? He should obey to me. That's the thing. And all the situations are going on that way. That means this lady never understand this boy is rather, even this boy is a small one, he is rather educated than this lady, but but she never she never tried to understand that. As a result of that, she cannot uh, create image anything. That means he cannot image any she cannot image any new idea. However, this young boy, he is educated and he is thinking another manner, and he's in his youth, then he is thinking very positive manner, and we can select these two characters. Nicholas is the negative positive character, then aunt is the negative character. Nicholas is the positive person, aunt is the negative person. The aunt is also dull minded, yes, and she kept nice things in the lumber room, yes, because she wants to not to use those things. She wants to protect those things as uh, what is called that treasure. That means this is the treasure of our heritage. That means this is the treasure of our generation. This should not keep in outer side. This should be very this should be keep very what do you say, they should be keep very carefully in a separate place. It should not be seen by the others. Then she is thinking all the beautiful things also should be in my treasury room. Not others should not see those things. Only I am the person should see all the things, not the others. Only I am the person should see. However, that is very useless. Nicholas thinks that way. Imposing negative punishments on children. Imposing negative punishments on children, yes. That's why, because of that mentality, she thinks this boy is going to destroy my treasury and treasure things. Then I have to give him a punishment. Why this child cannot understand my situation? That's her mind. Then, because two minds are there, two generations are there, two ideologies are there, two point of views are there. All the things are two different ways. At the end, at the climax, both of them, both sides were separated, and this it was flashed. Then actually it was the cause to this climax. Nicholas refuses to help the aunt climb out of the rain water tank, and pretending that he thinks she's the devil trying to trick him. That happened. Okay. What do you have any idea of this? Actually, your ideas are very argumentative and very creative ideas. Actually, I have to appreciate your ideas also, because I think the secret would be teenagers, and this one also teenagers. Then you can understand how do you think. Then you can understand this Nicholas mentality. Then you also think in that manner, I think, I guess. The art shows no sympathy or leniency. Yes. If she has any sympathy, she won't give that kind of punishment to this boy. However, at the end, she also happens to face those boomerang as well. In the world, actually, it is so universal truth. If we add to the world, actually, the reactions would come to us. That means what? If we put the good thing to the world, it comes around us. It follows us. If we put a bad thing to the world, it is also following us. We cannot escape from that. Even in Buddhism, we are talking about what is called that karma. Karma comes with us. That kind of thing is there. You can understand? That is the normal situation in the world. No one can escape from that. People are thinking in that manner. That's why this lady happens to pay this kind of thing, because she gave a very bad punishment, very unnecessary, unfair punishment to this boy. Then the return came, the result, action and reaction. Each and every time if we have an action, the reactions comes there. In Buddhism, hetu and phala, like that. The action is the hetu, then result is the phala. That is the situation. Each and every incident, we can have that kind of situation. That's why we have to be careful about ourselves as well as about the others also. That is the universal truth. Okay, do you have any idea about that? Okay, let's go to next slide if you don't have any new idea. Okay, now we are talking about the setting. Okay, let's see what is the setting here. The lumber room, I explained earlier as well some points. The lumber room is a room in an upper class. See, this lady is from an upper class, but actually she has that upper class mentality. English house, where items are stored when not in use. Saki's stories are let in upper class Edwardian England. Actually, this is the time period of King Edward, and this aunt's thinking pattern have been created by this aunt's thinking patterns have been created by this upper class mind. She has each and every time, I am from this class. Then others are interior. I am the superior, others are interior. Even this is my cousin. He is also younger than me. Then he is a child. Then he has to be obeyed to me. And here her mentality has gone in that manner because she is thinking that lower class people should not see my treasury. That's why I have to keep all my treasury things in this treasure place, not to see others. There are some places, I don't know whether you have heard, there's a Sri Lankan story, there's a saying, okay? I think you may have heard about former late Prime Minister in Sri Lanka, Honorable SWRD Bandaranayake. Actually, he had a problem. He is also from this Walava family. Then he was wondering, there were a lot of chairs at that his place. That means his father's place. But the servants, that means the people who worked there, could not take sit down. Then he was wondering, and he was answering her. He was asking her father why these people can't sit down on these chairs. Then the father's answer was, we are superior. These people are interior, then they cannot sit our chairs. Then this prime minister's argument was, okay, father, there are only myself and yourself. Then it's okay. We should need only 2 chairs. The next day, father comes and he was wondering there were only 2 chairs. Then father has asked, what happened? The other chairs. Then his answer was, this Mr. Bandaranayaka's answer was, oh, father, if there are only 2 people to sit these seats, why should we keep these chairs? I keep those things another place. It is also there are some things to take us, because if the chairs if the chairs are made to seat, why can't people take seat? That is only a small example. Normally the class, that upper class people, upper class mentality is going, actually it is in that manner. Normally they don't like to see show their better things, better items, their ideologies, that means their identity, to lower class people. If a person who comes from their class, normally they are sharing all the things with their same class, that means upper class people. Okay, I can see an idea. Let's see. The aunt, traditional and imaginative, non-clever. Yes, she's not clever. Yes. Truthless. Yes. Falsified person. Non-creative. Yes. Uncreative person. Non-innovative. Yes. Use religion. Yes. Normally, those people. Normally, people think about the mentality of people. If the person wants to do something, that person take the he or she finds a reason, because if the others ask, he or he should have an answer. Then they are telling, this is due to this is due to this. That is the nature of the human. That is the mentality of the people. Then Nicholas, non-tradition. Yes, he is very radical, imaginative, clever. Yes, he is very honest person, creative, innovative, not use religion. Yes, that here he may that means I think he has the gratitude to his God, but this Nicholas, that's why he is working very honestly. That is the respect to the God, no? But here she is not really we cannot say she is very what is called, she is very religious person, because she is acting. She is not a real person. She wants to act. Oh, I'm a very what? I'm a very religious person. I'm respecting to my religion. I am thinking about God, I am thinking about my savior, but actually you have to think because you are uh, literature students, then you have to think if she is religious, will she do this kind of thing? No, never. She pretend she is very religious person, but those are not in their mind. Her mind, nothing is there. Unless if she thinks about God, will she do this kind of thing? No, never. That is the point we have to think. However, your ideas are really positive and you are thinking. Actually, that is very, very important. Actually, I also have to uh, have some ideas with you. That's why I told you, please share your ideas. Then we can have more ideologies and we can make some arguments. Actually, when we learn more uh, literature, then we have to be argumentative. That's it. Okay, that's it. Okay, if you have some questions about the lumber room, you can ask. Yeah, actually, you can share more. If you have more ideas about this, you can share. If you have more ideas, because we have only limited time. However, actually, this should be happen. If we make some argument, we can create a good idea. That means the best, not really good. It should be the best idea. Then we can have the best choice. And I want you to tell because you are all of you are doing literature, you have to take some paper cuttings about literary works and writers and do something more and read more articles, not only about Sri Lankan ones, even in other countries as well, and not to take about English literature, read about the other literature as items also, because literature is not for limited to any language, any tradition, any country. Then literature students should read more and more, and that person should be very sophisticated figure. Then we can stand with our feet. Okay, we are literary students. We are independence and we can do something. And if you feel something to write, you can write. Don't miss the chance. If you miss, you will miss more things. That's why if you feel to write something, write it, put to the newspapers and other competitions like that. It's better. Then we are more practical than the others, and we are really students of the literature. That should be happen. Then we can learn more through the world and through our experience. Then you would be a very good literary figure. Sometimes you would be a very good critic. When we criticize a person or any text, we have to be reason. That means we have to be fair, not to take any party, but we have to think about what should B happened really. Okay. When we talk about this lumber room, also should be happen this way, because we should not think about Nicholas, and we should not think about only that art. We have to be careful. That should be the fair and reason critic. Okay, let's go to next slide. I think it should be discussion. Miss අපි යමු ඊළඟ slide එකට. Okay, it is the time to discussion. If you want to discuss something, now it's your time. That means you can pass a message to the to chat box about this lumber room. Any idea about this lumber room, you can share to this chat box, because it is very, very important for all of us. Okay, I will raise a question. That is, what do you think? That means, what do you feel about lumber room? It is an open question. You can answer here. What do you feel? What do you feel about lumber room? Whether it is a positive, whether it is a negative, or any other thing you can put on here. It is very, very important, because there are two sides here. What do you think about end of this short story? Whether positive ending or whether negative ending. From my point of view, it is very positive, because this child taught a lesson to this adult. What do you feel? You can share your idea to the chat box. Even very simply, it's better. It is very, very important, because this is the end of this short story. Whether my point of view, it is a proper ending and positive perspective, because ending is very positive message to us. What do you think? Because of this child, this upper class ladies mind was actually, it was not really changed, but she happened to think about herself again, whether I was correct or incorrect, because I happened to face the boomerang that was happened to this lady. It's a mysterious story. Okay, thank you. Your answer. It is a mysterious story. It ends with telling us the nature of the world. Yes. Being teenagers, actually, it is very good short story to learn about the world. Yes. Actually, I also agree with you. When you write, at the end, I want to tell you, when you write the answer, please take some quotations which are relevant to the points. When you read, you will have an idea about the short story, then you will be able to write something. You will be able to raise your ideas with some examples. Then you can prove and you can get more marks for exam. It is for exam, but learn literature to your life, not for examination. At the Nicholas, who was in disgrace, enjoyed the day, yes, but the cousins who were in good book of adults couldn't enjoy, and also the aunt understood what her children really think of adult. Yes, very good point. This Nicholas was very radical. This Nicholas was very radical, and he wanted to taught a lesson to this aunt, and he did it really. Yes, it is very positive ending. Yes. Okay, I think our time was going up. All of us would thankful to Nana Power Foundation. Okay, shall we wind up? I think we will turn to Nana Power Foundation. You have to stay for few minutes. Okay, thank you, Nana Power Foundation, and Mr. Tilakaratna also. Okay, thank you. Your comments also. Okay.
බොහොමත්ම ස්තුතියි අපේ මානිල් සොයිස ආචාර්යතුමියට. ඒ වගේම මේ වෙලාවේ අපි ස්තුති කරන්න ඕනේ නනපෞර ෆවුන්ඩේෂන් එකේ නිර්මාතෘ අපේ ප්‍රභාතනින්ද සර්ටත්. මොකද එතුමාගේ සංකල්පයක් යටතේ තමයි මේ වැඩසටහන ඔක්කොම ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙන්නේ. සියලුම පාසල ආචාර්ය මණ්ඩල අපේ නනපෞර ෆවුන්ඩේෂන් එකත් එක්ක එකතු වෙලා ඉන්නවා. ඒ වගේම කියන්න ඕනේ එතුමා විසින් උසස් පෙළටත් ඒ වගේම සාමාන්‍ය පෙළටත් වෙන සියලු විෂයන් සඳහා දේශන සංවිධානය කළා තියෙනවා. මේ වගේම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඉදිරි දේශන පිළිබඳ දැනගැනීමට අපේ ටෙලිග්‍රෑම් ගෲප් එකට සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ටෙලිග්‍රෑම් ගෲප් එකට සම්බන්ධ වෙන ලින්ක් එක ඔයගොල්ලන්ට අපේ YouTube channel එකෙන් ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට අද දින මොන හරි අපහසු වුණා නම් එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ යාළුවන්ට අද දේශනට සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න බැරි වුණා නම් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පුළුවන් නනපවර ෆවුන්ඩේෂන් එකේ YouTube channel එකෙන් මේවා ඔක්කොම නරඹන්න. ඒ වගේම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට අවශ්‍ය අනිත් සබ්ජෙක්ට්ස් උත් එහෙමම බලන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක මම අපේ නනපවර ෆවුන්ඩේෂන් එකේ YouTube channel එක subscribe කරන්න අමතක කරන්න එපා. එහෙනම් අද දින අපේ හරවත් දේශනය පැවැත්වීමට සහභාගී වුණු අපේ මානව සොයිසා ආචාර්යතුමියට අපි බෙහෙවින්ම ස්තුති ප්‍රකාශ කරන අතර අපි තවත් දේශනයකින් නැවත හමු වෙමු. බොහොමත්ම ස්තුතියි.